Well, it was a very, very difficult journey to get here, but we have Oceanus Shenron here. All dupes unlocked, 99% in the dupe system, and ready for your boy to go ahead and put the rainbow star on her. Now, Oceanus Shenron is actually really good and a really important unit. I mean, as you guys can see, Shadow Dragon might be is it the smallest category in the game right now? I think so. I think this has like the smallest amount of units, which is hilarious because there is in fact a gigantic pool of characters for them to choose from, right? Like, you know, we got Majub right there, but there's just a million other characters like Gohan, Goten, so many characters that they could put in there, you know, like a Super Saiyan Vegeta, like they've already got one, but like there's just a lot of stuff that happens in the Shadow Dragon saga, all those Shadow Dragons, and I just feel like there's not enough versions of these characters, right? So this category, with how limited it is, Oceanus becomes a pretty solid option, and again, she's actually quite good. Like, she's legitimately super good, and not, like, a lot of these units, like these Peppy Gal units, are incredibly good on Peppy Gals, but then, like, they're, like, so-so on other teams. Not Oceanus. Not her. She's a monster everywhere, so let's go ahead and hop into some events, and let's test her out. Alright guys, so we are here in an event. We are on the Peppy Gals team. Now, the thing about Oceanus, right? She does an awful lot, but basically the gist of her is she does even more if the enemy has either their attack or defense lowered, right? So, for example, she's crazy when Ribrianne is around, right? So, just for this first attack, let's see what Oceanus looks like without her, like, additional stuff, right? Like launch, she gets an extra 50% attack if the enemy has like a special condition, or you know, for launch it's the first 5 turns. Oceanus is if the attack or defense is lowered. Can you stun? Maybe not. Okay, hopefully not. All right, so 700k attack set right there. Not the craziest, but again, she can get a lot better than that. She does seal, as you guys can see. Now, if the enemy does have the attack or defense lowered, right, she gets an additional 50% attack. She does a guaranteed second super attack, and then she gets a high chance of stunning the enemy when the enemy is sealed, which she does. So, for something like Super Battle Road, she will completely dominate it. Because what our girl is going to do is she's going to super attack, she's going to seal them, she's going to get a second super attack, and then she's likely going to stun them, which is just going to be absolutely, like, absurd. So, alright, so next rotation, we're going to have the turn that we want as well, too. I'll probably have our girl Kale sit there in that first slot, and, you know, get a little bit stronger you know, as we go through this event. After this, like, I have basically all of the, Peppy Gal units that I want Rainbow to do some of these challenges. I still also have to do the video on Tech Android 18, but she's not, like, a high priority for me, right? But, like, you know, Chi-Chi, Oceanus, Launch, these units are just, like, so OP on the right setting in this Peppy Gal team that we're going to go into the Legendary Goku event. You know, you guys saw that I was able to get that SSR copy of Kale and Caulifla, so I could actually, you know, use the Peppy Gal team, double Ribrianne with LR Kale and Caulifla, TUR Kale and Caulifla, and SSR Kale and Caulifla, and I could beat Legendary Goku event for sure with Peppy Gals, so that's going to be good. So, alright. So, Ribrianne, just by virtue of being here, is indeed lowering Goku's attack and defense. So, now Oceanus gets a nice buff, plus we have Bra on rotation, you know, the 40% attack buff that Bra gives. So, this is going to be, like, basically, I think, Oceanus' best turn here on the Peppy Gal team, presumably, right? Alright, so Ribrianne also does seal. So, both of Oceanus' attacks could stun as well. Because Ribrianne sealed. So no stun right there. Can Goku even be stunned? I'm not sure if this Goku can be stunned or not. We are in the STR Super Saiyan Goku stage. Looks like he can be. So both of those attacks had a high chance of stunning him, and both of them missed. But this rotation right here, Ribrianne and Oceanus, like, for example, in Super Battle Road, I think that is going to be a very, very powerful rotation that's really going to put in a lot of work. Going to give some of those enemies on Super Battle Road the business, right? Just the sealing, the stunning, the attack lowering, all the damage, like all the defense that Ribrianne gives. This team is going to be able to dominate even like the Super Class stage. of Super Battle Road. So that is going to be very, very interesting. We'll go for a bit longer, and then I actually want to head over to the Shadow Dragon team. Because, of course, over on that Shadow Dragon team, again, Oceanus is quite good. Like, she's a really, really good option for the Shadow Dragon team. I probably will use her on that team quite often. Let's just get another turn right here. Now, this Goku, for sure, right, cannot be stunned and stuff like that. I know, like, once he goes into kind of his, like, enraged version, of course, at that point, like, you know, you can't, like, stun and seal him and stuff like that, I think. I know you can lower his attack still. Like, he can have his attack lowered even in his super powerful rage form, which is, like, actually super, super important because of how powerful he is, right? So, okay. Well, you know, we kind of spent enough time here with Oceanus. Let's go ahead now and head over to the Shadow Dragon team. We'll be able to get Oceanus's best attack set over there, too. Linked up probably with Nova Shenron, because he now is a powerful Shadow Dragon support type unit. So, Shadow Dragon, you know, within the last couple weeks... But Shadow Dragon within the past couple weeks has actually gotten a nice little power buff between Nova Shenron and Oceanus Shenron. Like, you know, I've been saying that, like, the Shadow Dragons are criminally underpowered, and, like, now, you know, we did get some better versions of them, so that's really good. So, alright, let's head over to the Shadow Dragon team. Alright, guys, so now we're over here on the Shadow Dragon team, where Oceanus is going to look pretty good. Now, funny enough, this is the best rotation for Oceanus right here. Nova, and then also Physical Pan. However, Oceanus does need the enemy to have their attack or defense lowered, right? And as of right now, we do not have that. So, I'll probably hop back in quickly after we finish off Rose here. And we'll take a look at Oceanus for their best attack set. Because when the enemy has their attack or defensive lowered, Oceanus does indeed get an additional 50% attack, right? And she just overall is a lot better, because then she's going to be busting out double super attacks. So, you know, running a rotation of, like, Omega and then Oceanus is not bad. Oceanus also, in terms of links, it's not really too good with her. But she does, of course, have Shadow Dragons, right? The 15% attack link, which she is going to share with Nova. She is going to share that with Omega. I actually do hope that we could see Oceanus get... You know, I'm just going to have Goku finish him off, whatever. I actually, like, do hope that Oceanus would get Fierce Battle. I mean, you know, it seems like all the waifu cards, they have them awaken from those medals you get from the Ribrian event, right? But it would be so easy to just have Oceanus awaken with medals from that event. And then also Omega's Dokkan event. And then, boom, just give her Fierce Battle. Because, like, the Shattering Limit is, like, so unnecessary and just completely pointless on so many of those units, man. It's just not necessary at all. Okay, so Omega, just by virtue of Omega being on the turn, we are going to go ahead and activate Oceanus's second part of her passive right here. So she's going to get an extra 50% attack, and she's going to do the dual super attacks. So because of how often she's going to end up supering, like, twice like this, I did actually choose to give her crits, because, you know, she's going to be able to do a decent amount of damage, and then, you know, like, so see, there we go, like, a double crit right there. Rose probably can't be stunned, but of course, if he was able to be stunned, he would have been, you know, so far, I don't think Oceanus is stunned once in this video, but, like, it's not a big deal, because, like, once we take her into, you know, more difficult circumstances, I'm sure she's going to be able to get it off just fine. So, alright, let me hop back into an event, and we will go ahead and get Oceanus's best attack stat, which is, you know, Pan, Nova, Oceanus, but then with the enemy actually having their either attack or defense lowered, so she gets that extra little attack buff. Alright, so we are here. This will for sure be Oceanus's best turn. You know, we got her linked up with Nova Shenron. We have Pan on rotation, and then, of course, Goku does indeed have his defense lowered, so that will activate Oceanus's passive. So let's see what number she puts out. Funny enough, I think we're actually probably going to die, too, when Pan is going to get obliterated by that Goku. 1.57 million. Pretty good, considering there's going to be 2 super attacks. She's, you know, sealing, stunning. I like Oceanus a lot. Like, they did make a lot of this new batch of units very good. Now, I don't recommend people go out and summon for Oceanus. I mean, y'all saw what happened to me, but, you know, if you pull her while summoning for whatever the 300 million download celebration unit is, let's see, like, that is a more likely and better, like, case scenario, right? So, all right, I will be right back. Looks like we're about to be finished up. Wait, I think my Pan has 15 dodge, so, hey, well, there we go. That's why you give 15 dodge to support type units, right? Let me double check that. Does Pan have 15 dodge? She does, yep. All right, well, that saved me right there, because Goku was about to finish us off, but all right. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at Oceanus Details. So this is Mysterious Princess Oceanus Shenron Princess Oto. Her leader skill is the Shadow Dragon Saga Key 3 and 100% the stats. So that's another like low-key kind of good thing right there is, you know, of course there's going to be players who won't have something like Omega Shenron, right? You know, he's only been on, well, I mean, Omega has been on a lot of banners, but there's definitely people out there who don't have him, right? Now, like, I do like how they create, like, kind of these mid-level leaders for these teams. This is a good idea, right? Like, Kid Goku is 77%. Now we have a summonable version that's up to 100%. That's not too bad, right? Her super attack is the Whirlwind Spin, which does supreme damage and seals super attack. Her passive skill, Rotational Power, gives her 2 ki and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then, if the enemy is in the attack down or defensive down status, she gets an additional 50% attack. She launches an additional super attack. And then if the enemy is sealed, she has a high chance of stunning them. So she is built to combo very hard with both physical Omega Shenron and in Ribrianne. Like, both of her category teams, she works amazingly with the leader. So very, very well-designed card is what Oceanus is. Her links are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, Cold Judgment, Shadow Dragons, Retribution, well, Speedy Retribution, and GT. I mean, you know, things like Battlefield Diva, I guess it's pointless, but maybe it'll actually be good for her on the Peppy Gals team. You know, Shadow Dragons is good for the Shadow Dragon Saga team, and then GT as well. So she is going to share a key link. That Shadow Dragon Saga team really has the potential to be disgusting, man. Like, we get, like, a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta LR, you know, like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta LR, you know, like, you know, Gohan and Goten become really good standalone cards. A lot of the other Shadow Dragon cards become good. Like, they're all going to have that GT link. Like, they're just going to be, it's going to be a good team, man, period. Oceanus' 12 multiplier is 130%. Not great. Not great right there. And then she is on 2 category teams right now. She is on Peppy Gals, of course, where she'll be very, very good. And then Shadow Dragon team, where she is also going to be very, very good. I really, the more I think about it, I would love Gohan and Cell really badly, but I would really be okay with, like, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Omega Shenron. Like, I think a Sin Shenron that transforms into Omega is the move. But, like, if they came out, I think that would be really good for, like, the Shadow Dragon team. It's not a team that needs buffed as bad as, like, Hybrid Saiyan or Buark, which really badly need a new leader. But Shadow Dragon Saga just needs more units, man. And, like, I have no problem with, like, really adding to that. So, you know, we'll see if it happens. Regardless, Oceanus is definitely a good start. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.